All right, Lainey, I got to know. You got to picture a map for me. You're from Louisiana.
That's right.
What part of Louisiana?
I am from a town of about 300 people in northeast Louisiana. If you've ever heard of Monroe.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of Monroe, Duck Dynasty, all that stuff? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm about 30 miles south of there from a little bitty town called Baskin.
Okay. What's the hometown famous for?
It's famous for being a speed trap. I'm telling you right now, everybody and their mama has been stopped in my town.
Really?
They're like, you're from Baskin? Man, I got stopped there one time. I'm like, better slow it on down.
You seen any tour buses ever get pulled over there?
You know, I don't think they come down our way.
Okay.
No.
I would say that would be a funny story. Like one time Luke Bryan got pulled over.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, speaking of Luke Bryan, your family, farmers.
That's right.
And do you guys, I think the work ethic when it comes to farmers is the absolute best because you really work to the bone from sun up to sundown. Yeah. And it creates a great work environment for you in a business, especially like this, because it is such a hard business to get into. Yeah. What was some of the things that you had to do on the farm when you were a kid?
I'm telling you. So my daddy farms wheat, corn, soybeans, and oats. And we have a lot of horses and stuff like that. And my daddy would get me up at the butt crack of dawn, and he'd say, hey, you need to go out there and clean them horse stalls. Oh. You got some horses to feed. And he taught me how to drive a tractor.
Cool.
He wouldn't let me plant, but he would let me plow.
Why?
So he just thought I was going to mess it up, I guess. He was like, it was just me and my sister, and he put us to work like a bunch of little boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say that you're like the female Luke Bryan then, because he grew up on a farm as well, and that's what he did from sun up to sundown. Literally, like worked every single day. That's interesting because I've never heard that before. But I think when you're plowing, you're just taking everything out.
That's right. You're just doing it.
I love that. What were some of the odd jobs you had growing up as a kid?
Everybody gets a kick out of this one, but from 8th grade to 12th grade, I impersonated Hannah Montana.
Really?
That was my job. And I would do birthday parties, fairs, festivals. I did St. Jude. I did a little bit of everything. But, I mean, y'all, I was killing it.
In Baskin, or did you go to Monroe, too?
Oh, so I would do Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas.
Wow.
Tennessee. I mean, I was really killing it. I was going all over the place, just me and my portable sound system and my Hannah Montana wig.
So I can say that would be like maybe a karaoke song or two for you?
Oh, my gosh.
Party in the USA?
That's right. I get pumped up. But Lainey Wilson would open up for Hannah Montana because I'm like, there's no way I'm leaving this place without them knowing my name, too.
Oh, there you go. Yep. You could be like another Earl Dibbles Jr. and Granger Smith.
I know, my alter ego.
Right? Your alter ego has more than your personal fan page. I love that. That's funny. I recently read that you got a chance to go check out the C2C festival not long ago.
I sure did.
That's got to be overwhelming to see that kind of a crowd in a festival like that.
It's pretty awesome. So, yeah, we've been over to London. I believe that was our 3rd time in this year. Uh-huh. And never in a million years did I think there were going to be country music fans over across the pond, but I'm telling you right now, there is a need for it.
Right.
And I just think they are suckers for the storytelling, and if they see that you're coming over there, they literally will go look up every song that you have out on any platform, and they will learn it. I'm telling you, like, I was like, my mama don't even know the words to my songs. What y'all doing? They were singing every word. It was unbelievable.
Right. Yep. And you, obviously, you have a new EP that's coming out?
Yes. So it came out about a month ago now.
Okay.
It's called Redneck Hollywood.
Okay, so y'all go get it.
Yes, please.
You can all download
anywhere you
it.
can find music.
Right.
And, so I got to work with a guy named Jay Joyce who produces like Eric Church, Brothers Osborne. He's produced some of my favorite stuff. Anytime I'm ever riding down the road and I hear a song that really grabs my attention, Jay Joyce has done it. So he did this EP and the rest of the record.
Nice.
That'll be coming out sometime in the next year.
You've been working with Eric Paslay, too. You're on tour with him for a bit.
I love me some Eric, yes.
And he's one of the most prolific songwriters in Nashville. I mean, he's got some stuff that's just mind-boggling to me, and I love that. As a songwriter, you've actually worked with him a couple times. Do you prefer to be a songwriter and see that compensation coming in better as a songwriter, or did you finally just say, I'm doing both? Because I think songwriting to me is a special talent to be able to take a thought from your mind, put it on a piece of paper and a pencil, and then come up with a song 30 minutes later is like magic.
Well, to be honest with you, I think before I even started out trying to do the whole artist thing, I wrote my first song when I was 9 years old.
Wow, okay.
And it was kind of like a Britney Spears kind of song. I remember it. I might play it for y'all. It's not that good.
We might test you.
But I went home. I had wrote it at a sleepover. I went home and I said, Mom, I wrote a song. And she's like, what? And I sang it for her, and she was like, dang, that's pretty good. And then she was like, that'll probably not happen again. And the next week I brought her another one, and then it just kept happening. And so honestly, songwriting was probably my first love. I mean, I was 10 years old and I was writing about tequila and cigarettes, things that I had not even seen. We didn't have tequila in the house.
I was going to say, how did this come about?
My parents are like, how does she even know what tequila is? And I didn't. I just, I think that's kind of where it started for me. I listen to what people say around me and write it down. But yeah, so I've been writing my entire life. I finally decided, I knew I wanted to do the artist thing too, but I was like, if I don't go to Nashville, out of sight, out of mind, and I knew one guy up there. He was from my hometown.
Right.
And I don't know how 2 of us out of 300 people in my hometown decided to do music and move to Nashville, but it happened. And back in the day, my grandfather had given him about $300 to help him move in the late 70s up to Nashville and help him kind of get started. So as a favor in return, I bought a Flagstaff bumper pull camper trailer.
Oh,
and
boy.
I hauled that thing to Nashville, and I lived in it for the first 3 years, but he let me live in his studio parking lot for free.
Wow.
So it kind of came full circle. But
yeah.
And then I just kept writing. Finally met a guy named Luke Combs, and would write with him a lot. He cut one of my songs, and then kind of slightly started getting my foot in the door more with the whole artist thing. And
let everyone know what he cut.
It's a song called Share If You Want To. And y'all go check it out. So.
Yeah, check it out. I love this female in country music, and I realize that today they keep saying that it's harder and harder for females to come through country music. But I've been a huge fan from the second I heard her voice with Ashley McBryde. Mm-hmm. She is kicking down doors right now. That's just amazing. She had a great opportunity this year as the new CMT Artist of the Year, as the Breakthrough Artist. And I know she's kicking down doors, and you got to stand right beside her, shoulder to shoulder, because it's tough as a female in this business because there's so many. It's a male-driven business, but I prefer the females, obviously.
Thank you, friend.
But, I mean, she's definitely a powerhouse.
Yes.
Have you had a chance to do some stuff with her?
I have, yeah. So Ashley McBryde is a dear friend of mine, and we've written together. We've played a handful of shows, and actually Thursday and Friday of this week I'm playing with her too. Again.
Oh, okay.
But her and I had this conversation on her bus, and she was like, Lainey, you know how hard it is for us girls. She said, this is going to make me cry. She said, I want to help you any way I can because I see the fire in your eye. I see just how bad you want it. And she said, because I know how bad I wanted it, and I just see that in you. She said, so I'm going to grab your hand, and I'm going to pull you over this wall, and I'm going to help you. She said, but you have to promise me one thing. The next girl that comes along that you believe in and you love, you do the same thing for her.
That's cool.
So I think that's what we got to do. We got to stick together, roll our sleeves up like the boys, and dig in.
Yeah, we saw it years ago with Loretta, and then she's been passing the torch for years, so it's awesome. Yep. So I'm going to shut up because I'm going to tell you an honest story. A good friend of mine, B-Dub, who does Buck Wild Saturday night on Saturday nights, you were in Denver not long ago, and he texted me that night, and he said, dude, when Lainey Wilson comes to town, do not miss her. He goes, I was so blown away. So
I love me some B-Dub.
Yeah, he's a good. I love him too. He's kind of weird, but I love him anyways.
Yeah, he's kind of weird.
But anyways,
he's watching this.
I know he probably is. Hey, Dub. Anyways, I'm gonna hush up, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together one more time for Miss Lainey Wilson.